HOAs. Who loves their HOA? Some people like the HOA. Some people like the idea, but now that they've had to enjoy some time with the HOA, they're not so friendly anymore. But they're there. And HOAs do have a very positive purpose in the neighborhood. The Homeowners Association is designed to keep the property looking attractive as a whole, to keep these homes that were all built in the same time period with the same intention looking as good as possible. As we rent the property, we are attached to the HOA whether we like it or not. So how can we stay within the HOA requirements so that they can be a complement and not an adversary? Have you spent a lot of time with your HOA? Do you know the rules and the requirements? Number one question: can I rent my house? If you live in a homeowners association, you absolutely need to know the answer to that question. It's a yes or it's a no. If it's a yes, do they have any requirements? Just because it's a yes doesn't mean you're okay. You need to know the requirements. Number two, now that I know the requirements, I know the timeline, I find a tenant, I know what to do, I still need the tenant to follow through with that process. Once we have a tenant in the property, we have a third item. You know those rules and regulations that you memorized? That you know every single one of them? Well, the tenant may not. Do you know where you left them? Fortunately today, most HOAs have that in a digital copy. So we can get a PDF version, no cost, but we have to give the tenant a copy. If we expect the tenant to operate under these rules and guidelines, how can we have that expectation if they don't know what they are? So we need to give the tenant a copy of the rules and the requirements of the HOA. And is the lease proper so the tenant requirements to follow the rules and the regulations that we just gave them are going to be met? It all has a purpose. It all works together. But as long as we follow the process, the HOA is there to help our property to maintain value. The tenant needs to follow the rules and the regulations so that they too are a positive asset in the community. If you've had some trouble, or maybe you have a home that's in a homeowner association and you don't know what is necessary, let's talk about your property. Let's talk about the struggles or concerns you may have and see what is the best course of action for you. My name is Baron McWright with Northeast Florida Realty. I look forward to talking to you very soon.